Good afternoon. This is Liz from Luna by Liz. I'm going to speak about a subject that's near and dear to me and also is very difficult for me to speak on for many reasons, and that is about forgiveness and what that really entails. You know, we all have a story, and I can't say if one story is worse than another. I know it's worse for us because we've experienced it firsthand. And although these stories, whatever your story is, it doesn't make it that unimportant, but it does make something that's in the past that needs to be healed, blessed, and released, all with forgiveness. Now, I know that when it even comes to even thinking about that, especially if it involves other people that's done the harm to us, or as we perceive the wrong to us, and in some cases it wasn't perceived, it was actually done, we get a little uncomfortable. I mean, you can see me, I'm already starting to kind of shift around. But the real message is not about what was done or who had done it to you, but what we're going to do next. What's next for our life? These things that have happened to us, these events that had happened to us, had molded us in one way or another. Either in a way that set us down a course of just self-destruction, or just making one decision after another in line with our experiences. Now, if you notice, you don't hear me say there were bad choices, they were wrong, right, wrong, good, or bad. That's really not the message here. The message here is about forgiveness. And I truly believe that there really is no right or wrong. There really is no good and bad. There really is about choices and what we learn from these experiences that we've had, whether they've been inflicted on us or the choices that we've made that maybe put us down a path that maybe we needed to learn a little bit more about a situation, about ourselves. Nothing more, nothing less. Why do I say this? Well, I've experienced firsthand what it's like. And you know what? No, I'm not a victim. You know, my parents were very abusive. You know, my father was very physically abusive, and my mom really didn't do much about it. You know, so we have two parents that are chartered to do something to raise us and to nurture us, only to find that they were the two people that we had to fend for ourselves with. Now, that led me down a rabbit hole of a whole different types of events. When I held on to it, I made some incredibly crazy choices that led me down Alice in Wonderland's rabbit hole personified. I can laugh about it now because those early childhood experiences, that's not my story. I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. I'm an active participant of my life. And those things that happened to me in the past has no bearing or control of what's happening right now in my present situation, in my life. If anything, I look back, and it took me a long time. Please don't misunderstand me. It took me a long time to get here, to actually tell my father and my mother that I forgive you, that I love them, that I forgive me. Me. Yes, me. Yes, I was a child. Yes, I was innocent. And I'm still a child in many ways and very innocent in a lot of ways. But that's besides the point. The reason I had to forgive myself was because I brought those pain and that memory, I kept it alive by bringing it to my present life. So the forgiveness had to start first. And as I forgave, and listen, there's no one and done. It's a process. Honor your process. Honor your heart. Honor this beautiful vessel that you are in. Is very gentle. So honor it. And as I honored that healing, I was able to let it go a little bit, little by little every day. Because just like I understand what my journey in my life is, I also have compassion and understanding of other people's journeys, of what their story is about, of how they can get through this. We all have our stories. They're not all the same. Some may be more horrific than others. But guess what? We're here. And now I make the choices. I decide. I choose to live now, in the present, and I choose to be happy. I choose forgiveness. It took me a very long time. But as I nurture and as I heal myself through the many wonderful tools that I have learned throughout my journey, whether it's using crystals, whether it's using essential oils, meditation, stretching, exercising, these are all tools to help me heal a little bit every day. So, my mom had passed away. It'll be 18 years in September. Wow. And I have a better relationship with her now than I did when she was here in the physical. She guides me through everything that I do behind the scenes. She's right here with me. And I love her. And we've had in-depth conversations about our upbringing. And she's asked for forgiveness, and I've asked for forgiveness up until recently. You'd be surprised, even after all the work and cultivating that I have done, there's still stuff that I had to let go. There's still thought forms and perceived ideas of what success and money and worthiness and deserving is about. I still had to let that go. I still had to learn that lesson. And yes, it was from there. I actually saw it manifest as a huge stone that was within me that I was carrying around. I just released that. It just had me going, wow, loopy. However, it helped me launch my first video about healing with trees. I don't know what your story is, but what I do know is we are together in our journey of healing, love, forgiveness. Instead of seeing whoever has ever done you wrong in whatever way, shape, or form as that person and whatever they are, realize that they are also on their own healing path and journey. So see their light from your heart chakra to theirs. See them as what you are, and that's pure light and love. It makes it easier to see them as light. And trust me when I say there's nothing more beautiful and more healing, because it's coming from a place of love, not judgment, not head stuff. Judgment, feelings. Well, he did this or she did that and he said that, and what happens is when we go into this space, and I don't know about you, but it starts looping and replaying like an old broken record. And if your younger youths don't know what records are, then just think of a video that's just on a loop that just keeps repeating. And it doesn't get any better. And a lot of the times we've added stuff to these memories that probably weren't even there. So let it go. Take one little step. Things that I'd like to do that help me along the way. I wrote a letter to my mom. Yeah. I sat with my angels. I asked them to rally around me, and I wrote a letter to her. I wrote my end of the conversation. I wrote her reply. And wow, that was amazing. My handwriting even changed. But it was such a releasement. And you know what? No, I didn't know what to write. I was like, what? But I asked for help. You know what? I know I needed to do this. I felt congested. I just felt heavy. One little step, even if it's one-liner. Because in spite of all the hurt that we have from our loved ones, whether it's our parents, siblings, whoever, it needs to be released. It needs to be forgiven. The forgiven starts with us first. Have compassion and unconditional love for yourself first. Heal that. Tell yourself, I love you. Tell yourself it's okay. And as we're going through the process of healing and forgiveness for ourselves, we're able to actually share that with others. Write a letter, maybe write a one-liner, burn it, and then keep going until you can get some real messages in there. Ask your angels and guides for help, and you'll feel their energy supporting you as you write. This is Liz. I'm with Luna by Liz. Thank you so much for hearing my story, and I invite you to please heal anything and any of your past with love, unconditional love for yourself, and with compassion. Be good to yourselves and be good to others. Please visit my website at www.lunabyliz, or you can email me at liz@lunabyliz if you have any questions or if you want to book a reading or even a Reiki session with me. Thank you so very much, and I'm wishing you lots of light and beautiful angel love. Bye.